Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, starting with the holy and great name of Allah, the most merciful and the beneficent. Karak is the headquarter of district Karak. It is one of the southern district of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. It is 123 km from Peshawar on main Indus highway between Peshawar and Karachi. The total area of Karak is 3,372 km square. The population of Karak was 4,30,795 persons according to a survey held in 1998. Before 1982, it was just an administrative part of district Kohat. On July 1st, 1982, Karak was given the status of a district and established as an independent district. The most important thing about Karak is that this district is preoccupied by only one nation of Pashtuns called Khatak. We will discuss the history of word Karak itself before starting its history. In past time, the people of Karak used to live on top of mountains or in mountains. At that time, the land or the grounds used for cultivation was named as Karak. So when people used to come down for cultivation in their fields, they used to say to one another that they are going to do one Karak. So when time passes, this Karak word becomes Karak, and this area starts to be known by this name. That was the short story and history of the word Karak itself. The speciality of the word Karak is that it remains same after inversion in both Urdu and English languages. If you want to write down it from reverse, this remains unchanged. This is the speciality of Karak. I think in Karak each and everything have kept speciality in it. Now we will discuss the history of Karak. Till 1956, the Karak was a princely ruled state. Its capital was Tiri. Nowadays, Tiri is a town of Bandadaud Shah Tahsil in district Karak. The administrative structure of Tiri state was like that it was divided into 3 tapas or satrapies. A satrapy is any area governed by a local ruler. The tapas or satrapies of the Khatak state were following. Number 1st, the Tiri itself. Number 2nd, Sinai-Khwaram. Number 3rd, Barak. Moreover, Sinai-Khwaram contain a part of present Bandadaud Shah Tahsil and part of Lachi Tahsil and some of the area of Gumbert, while Barak Tahsil was consist of Takhti Nasrati and Karak Tahsil. Again, the Barak Tahsil was subdivided into 2 parts. These 2 parts were Sawatra or Chontra and Tal. It's originally Tal but locally known as Tal. The Sawatra or Chontra contain most of Bandadaud Shah Tahsil area and the Karak Tahsil, while the Tal or Tal was consist of Takhti Nasrati and some of the area of Karak Tahsil. The Tal and the Sawatra, both words are from Hindi language. Sawatra and Chontra means elevated lands and Tal means sand. Now we will discuss the history of Karak till 1950. Now after understanding the administrative structure of Tiri state, we will discuss about the Khatak nation and from where they come and who they are. The history of Khatak starts with the Akkad Khan, the grandfather of great poet and warrior Khushal Khan Khatak. Basically, we Khatak are from North Waziristan, from Shawal range of mountain. Khatak tribe migrate from Shawal mountain range, nowadays inhabited by Wazirs. Chief of that Khatak tribe was Mr. Akkad Khan. Is mentioned earlier that he was the grandfather of Khushal Khan Khatak. They migrate from Shawal and established themselves at Karboga. Nowadays, Karboga is a village of Hangu district. It is in the northwest of Tiri and west of Tal Tehsil. After that, Akkad Khan moved in a northeast direction and settled at the bank of Kabul River. Town of Akkoda Khatak was founded by Malak Akkad Khan. It was capital of Khatak kingdom. Mughal Emperor Akbar, while on a visit to Peshawar, convinced Malak Akkad Khan to work together and make him government servant and charge him with the responsibility of collecting tolls from the caravans on crossing Indus River at Attock. Malik Akkad Khan was the founder of Akkad Khan or Khatak dynasty. Akkad Khan ruled from 1500 or 15th century to 16th century AD. Till 1759, there were two parts of the Khatak kingdom. After that, the Tiri became an independent state and started to have its own chief instead of directly controlled by Akoda Khatak. Before the 1759, Khatak have two parts, Akoda Khatak and Tiri. The chief of state used to sit at Akoda Khatak, while his deputy chief used to sit at Tiri. The Khatak kingdom remains from 15th century to 1956. After 1956, Tiri was merged in Kohat district. Asadullah Khan was the last chief of combined Khatak kingdom. That's why in his time Tiri was also known as Asadabad. During Nawab times or Khatak kingdom, the Tiri village was given the shape of a fort and many gates were installed in different directions, and there was a special system of night patrolling. The people of Tiri have threat of Durrani, Changiz, Mughal and Turks attacks. Nowadays, we can only find one of those gates which is in his original position. It is the road passes through the village to the west. At that time, this road was called as Defense Road. It is also said that the main power was supplied from the Khatak kingdom or Tiri state to the Mahmud Ghaznavi for various skirmishes and belts. This was the short history of Khatak nation and the Tiri state, the present Karak. In the history of Karak, Tiri is a very important topic because its story starts with the Tiri. Nowadays, Tiri is just a small village and town of Bandadod Shah Tehsil. After the history of Karak, we will talk about its present administrative language, politics, education, and some other basic concept about Karak. If we look at the administrative structure of Karak, nowadays Karak is divided into three tehsil. Number first Karak, number second Banda Daud Shah, number third Takht Nusrati. It is represented by elected 2 MPs in provisional assembly by following constituencies: PK40, Karak 1. The current MPA of PK40 is Gul Sahib Khan Khatak, and the second one is PK41 or Karak 2. And the current MPA of PK41 is Malik Qasim Khatak. If we talk about the politics and district Karak, there is no party-based personal base of politics. The well-known parties in Karak are PTI, JUI, ANP, PML and PPP. Overall, there is no stable politics in district Karak, but nowadays the political environment is very hard and they are taunting one another seriously. None of the elected MPA of Karak is sincere with the land. They are just making fool of people and make only promises, empty promises with them, and don't do anything practical. Every politician just wants his own personal benefit. This is the main reason that Karak is still a marginalized district. The elected MPAs of Karak remain on the designation of Minister of Water and Minister of Health, but in these both fields, the condition of Karak is too much miserable. Although the solarization of the tube well have controlled the problem of water up to some extent, but nowadays still there are few places where there is still water problem. And one of the most important moment of shame for the Khatak society is that still nowadays they are getting insulting by carrying their patient behind their own trained Khatak doctors to Kohat and Peshawar. This is just because only and only because of our leaders, because of our politicians, because they don't do anything for Karak. They have not done anything for Karak. If we talk about the politics, the language spoken in Karak is the Pashto, locally known as Hataka. Moreover, understand. The intonation of Hataka is southern and has a softer dialect of Kandahari Pashto opposed to the hard Peshawari language. There is a big misunderstanding in people of Karak. I was telling these people before my studies that our Pashto is harder than the Peshawari Pashto. Well, the fact is that our Pashto is softer than the hard Peshawari. For reference, you people can see the Pakistan study book of Pakistan second year of class second year chapter languages. You will get know that education play an important